And are games getting good again? Because we all know for the last few years, they've straight sucked. Now, I feel a shift coming, and today we're going to look at what's been happening and what I think is coming, and maybe I can convince you guys to go ahead and start buying games again and turn your consoles back on. So, let's start. And we'll start with the failures. So, I would say, me personally, I almost stopped playing games completely. I was only playing old games. I did try some of the newer games, but really, I felt like a cow being fed up for Wagyu beef because they were shoving these agendas down my throat, trying to fatten up their DEI scores, and just wasn't having it, to the point where definitely no pre-orders. Buying a day one game was just stupid because everything was already broken. So you needed to wait to let it get better. Case in point, Cyberpunk. I didn't play it in the beginning. When I did come back and play it though, it was awesome. It did keep me in games. But we can look at the $400 million failure of Concord. You could have just paid me 1% of that. I would have told you exactly what's wrong with the game. I mean, look at the chicks. Like, you want dudes to buy that game? Tell me how that went. Oh, you can't, because you're literally shut down now. And then there was AC Shadows, fantastic. Got more bad press than Tim Walz. First off, Ubisoft used to be goats, and now I don't know what they are, but they made DMC 3, Devil May Cry 3, one of my favorite games of all time, and I don't think that's ever going to change. They had a bunch of games I even liked. I even liked The Division. They had the Splinter Cells, but I might do a video on them later. They also did Star Wars Outlaws, and if I was the model, I'd be pissed because they catfished her basically. They just changed her. But cool, another game, another failure, another one we don't want to play. And man, it was so bad of a game, actually. Clunky, just forcing DEI once again down our throats. And then we had The Last of Us 2, which was basically like a lesbian empowerment battle royale where they kill the one character that I was really in the game for and his relationship with Ellie. But super. And then Neil Druckmann's going on to part 2 with that, apparently, with the Prophet or what, Intergalactic Heretic. I mean, he just wants to piss people. I mean, he's speedrunning the end of his career. So, let it happen. And then, Veilguard. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to be canceled before I even start this journey. But not a game for me. A game for 1% of the people. How do you make it a AAA game for that? You're going to spend so much money. So, but there is a shift coming. There is a shift coming. And I've seen it happening. And it's happening because we all spoke up. Because we closed our wallets. Because apparently it just wasn't me. Because the stockholders have noticed that their money's starting to get low. And I think that's when the companies actually stopped. Because I don't think you can change these fanatics' minds. They are going to stick with what they're doing regardless of the result. But the shareholders, yeah, they felt their pockets turning and they've made a fuss. And Western games might be coming back because I've seen Luke Stevens cover the game, Crimson Desert. Come on. That game looks badass. I don't even know what it's about, but A, he's masculine. He looks badass. You can like jump in the air, fly, turn into a shadow or something. There's dragons. And bigger than that, it looks fun. It looks like it's made by people who don't hate games, which is a far cry from what was happening before. Now we got people who actually like games, and you can see their passion coming through it, namely Blood of DawnWalker. I've seen this trailer, and it's from the people who made The Witcher 3, and they left CD Projekt. They made their own thing, and you can tell they're really invested. Like, I can see the themes pouring through the trailer without words. We got a man looking for vengeance who's been wronged. We got humans versus vampires. You got religious aspects, baptizing a baby in blood. That's amazing, first off. You also got a man stuck between two worlds, subjugation. I mean, all of these themes, like, you can tell an amazing story. And that gets me excited that the West is still around here, that we can still make good games and we can still tell good stories. And that's not the only game. There's also Clockwork Revolutions. I don't know if you've seen it. I've seen it in the Xbox showcase. It looks fantastic. It looks very steampunk, very Dishonored-like, but with guns. And I'm all about that. Like, I will buy the game. Once again, good job coming back. We got all the Eastern games, and they have been doing good for a while. FromSoft has been doing great, but they got even more coming out now. Now we had Wukong, we have Where Winds Meet. Both are fantastic. We also have Mudang. That game looks sick. It looks like Metal Gear Solid and Call of Duty had a baby, and I want some. That game looks amazing. On top of that, there's also Phantom Blade, which looks sick as a hack and slash. And I think that's another big shift there is. They're making these single player games again. It all doesn't have to be a live service. So I think we, as the gamers, have won, or I shouldn't say won, but we are winning the war against the Karen apocalypse. They're dying. They're going to have to get new jobs. They're getting pushed out the end. They killed their companies. And we are about to feast, because I think another golden age of gaming is coming for the next 5 to 10 years. We're about to see amazing games, and it's an exciting time to be a gamer. If you stayed to the end, I appreciate it. Thank you. This is my first video. I'm going to be staying on this shift, so if you guys liked it, come by and see my next video. I'm going to be covering all kinds of stuff. Thanks. Bye.